Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Kitchen Table Conversations. I'm your host, Rodney Pelt, and it is so wonderful to see y'all again. As you can see, I'm not in the studio. I'm not in the upper room studio. Tonight, we are on location somewhere in the United States other than the studio. And I thank y'all for joining with me tonight. And tonight we're going to have a dynamic show. We have two dynamic guests on tonight, Mr. Kip Tyner and Mr. Cassius Lanier. They're going to be coming to you talking about their platform, both from political candidates, one from District 5, one from District 7. And they're going to be coming on talking with you about their platforms, things they have done, things that have put them in a position where they can run for this office, the office they're seeking. Also, they're gonna give you a little tidbit about who they are as people, because we all try to be personable and know what's going on with our people. But before we get started, we gotta shout out our sponsor. Our sponsor is the none other than Michelle Coley at Coley Allstate Agency. Listen, if you want some great insurance at great rates, contact Michelle over at Allstate. Listen, you can't go wrong. I'm speechless even talking about it. You can't go wrong. Home, auto, life, boat, RV. She insured my golf cart. Yeah. She insured my golf cart. So I didn't even know I had to insure my golf cart, but she insured it. And I guarantee you, if you got insurance needs, she will meet it. So go see Miss Michelle Coley right there on Hargrove Road, or give her a call at 205-561-1973. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. So going forward, listen, guys, before we get started, I guess, you know, this show is seen by thousands of people, and we do a lot of great things in the community. We give you information, and we try to educate you on what's going on. But, you know, we need your help. We need your support. So if you love this show, you love Kitchen Table and Man Talk also, just bless the Cash App. It's right down on your screen. Hit the Cash App, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. No gift too small, no gifts too large. Hit that Cash App to support this show and support what we're doing, because it's all about information and education when it comes to our community. All right, with that being said, listen, guys, we're coming up with our first guest. Our first guest is a District 5 incumbent city councilman from Tuscaloosa, Mr. Kip Tyner. I'm finna bring Kip on right now. I don't even know, Kip, I don't even know why I'm introducing you. Everybody know who you are. Everybody know
Kip. I recommend being the weatherman for about 16 years, then run for office.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that long time ago on 30. You was on 33, right?
You were just a little baby.
But hey, I still had them pliers on that TV where I had to turn the channel to get over there to y'all. I remember that.
Those were some great times in my life. That's for sure.
Yeah, you and that guy named Bird.
Dave Baird.
Dave Baird. Yep, Dave Baird. Yep. I remember that. And the guy that taught at Shelter now, he was on with y'all. The tall guy. I don't want to say the black guy. The tall black guy. Sorry, what's his name?
Coleman.
Yeah, Philip Coleman. That's
Philip Coleman. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I remember all them. Well, I was ill bitty. So let's get started. Kip, how you doing, man?
I'm doing really well, thank you. You know, I was talking about earlier the situation I had with my spine, and people have been so wonderful, but I'm slowly getting a lot of my mobility back, and so it's I'm slow but steady.
That's good, man. We first of all, we're praying for your health. We want you to run this election, but we're praying for your health and your health and wealth, and we want all that to be good with you. So regardless what happens, we want you to continue to be a successful force in this community. So we want you to get back healthy. So we're praying for your health.
Thank you so much, Rodney.
Let's just jump right into it, Kip. We know you're running for District 5. How long you been in the seat again?
This will be my 7th term. I'm running for my 7th term.
7th term.
A little bit of history. No one's ever been elected more than 6 times.
Mayor
DuPont and Harrison Taylor both served 6 terms. So I'm hoping 2 weeks from tomorrow we'll make a little history and start another 4 years.
That's awesome. 6 times. I remember Mayor DuPont. That was the only mayor I ever knew Tuscaloosa had. I didn't know we had another one besides him until, Walt won. So I was like, wow, I don't know.
Sure.
Mayor DuPont was the only person. And now you see him walk around the mall all the time. That's crazy.
Yes, crazy. Absolutely. He was so active up until 93 years old, I believe he was. Yeah, he was a wonderful man. He was actually my Little League baseball coach.
Oh wow! So he was real old then, wasn't
he? Yes.
That's a shot at age, Kip. I'm sorry. But first question, man. Who is Kip Tyner?
Well, I'm local in Alberta. Raised in Alberta community. Went to Alberta Elementary School, and then attended Eastwood Junior High, it was called at the time. Then graduated Tuscaloosa High School, go Black Bears, and then attended the University of Alabama, where I received my bachelor's degree in journalism from the School of Communications. So lifelong resident. Most all of my life has been spent in this district. I certainly know every street, every avenue, most everybody who lives here, I consider that certainly family.
Wow, that's awesome. On every street, and I know you was integral when the tornado hit. You played a big part in rebuilding of Alberta, with the Alberta schools and with the coffee shop and all that. The name just leaves me right now. The new neighborhood Gateway,
yes,
and all that. So what? Along with all of that, what are some of your accomplishments that you have over the last 6 terms have gathered in District 5?
Absolutely. The reason I ran, the only reason that I ran was Alberta was heading in the wrong direction. That was in the mid 90s. Alberta was a place where everybody wanted to be. We had the first everything, the first Waffle House, the first IHOP, the first shopping center. We had movie theaters, first Hardee's, the first Arby's. It just goes on and on. That when business came to Tuscaloosa, their first location, first KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, it was called then, but came to Alberta. The major shopping hub, Pizitz department stores, and we had the finest stores both for men and women clothing, and 4 or 5 grocery stores. Every bank had a branch in Alberta. So I grew up in an area of Alberta that we absolutely had it all. You just really didn't have to leave the area to go shopping elsewhere unless you chose to. Of course, great schools because we had everything right here. And then we also hit a rough patch in the 80s, I guess you'd say, when developers started developing north and also south, and Alberta was left behind, and no one that was really fighting for Alberta at the time. And so that's when I couldn't take it anymore. It was my home. I wanted to do what I could to stop the bleeding, and I think we've been very successful. We went from the highest crime rate in the city, really, to now the lowest crime rate in over 20 years. And that's been about 3-4 years running now. Chief Anderson confirmed that, and Chief Blankley confirmed it. So that came through a lot of hard work. We started stopped the bleeding with the $2.5 million streetscape that was really changing the way people felt about Alberta, the new sidewalks, the lighting, and you saw storefronts freshen their businesses up with new facades, and it was just the new energy that Alberta was enjoying. The police precinct was among those, a full-time actual precinct. Then the tornado hit, and as Chris England was one to point out to me, the District 5 was the hardest hit area and across the entire Southeast on that day, with 65% of the district completely destroyed or damaged. It was such a hard, difficult day. My district, people refer to in Alberta. Alberta is what's needed the most help, but my district actually starts from Snow Hinton Park, runs all the way to the river, then goes all the way Veterans Parkway, University Mall area, then past Hurricane Creek, then of course all of Alberta to the Cottondale line, and then Jack Warner Parkway all the way to Holt. So it's a very large, very diverse district. But when you're faced with a 65% loss, and that time too, and I lost my home, and my family's business was wiped out during the tornado. My office was also in Alberta. So you're sitting there and you're going, oh my gosh, where do you start? Because we had come so far, and then the tornado hit. But with the tornado has afforded us many, many opportunities, especially this past year, which I'd love to. I have a chance to talk more about what we've been able to recruit to the district over this past year of COVID.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you said that, Kip, about the first of all about the crime rate, the lowest in 20 years, from the highest to the lowest. But also, I'm glad you pointed out the vastness, if that's even a word, vastness of District 5. Now, it's just not the city of Alberta. Explain that again. Where does it all go down to?
Sure. And one thing I love about my district, it mirrors the city of Tuscaloosa as far as the racial makeup, almost exactly the same percentage as the city as a whole. Also, economics as well. We have some of the wealthiest people in the city that live in the district, and we have some of the very poorest, which to me, it's a great challenge because everyone has needs, but they're so different. The district starts at Snow Hinton Park, runs all the way to the river. That includes all Veterans Memorial Parkway, which, by the way, that was a project of mine to rename that 15th Street Veterans Parkway. And it was also my project to add the American flags along that route. But we go all the way to Veterans Parkway, past Hurricane Creek, and then, of course, all of Alberta, University Boulevard to the Cottondale line. And then we go from Jack Warner Parkway to Holt. So it's a very large and, like I said, extreme diverse area.
Yeah, we had some people left in the comment. That's why I'm looking to the side. If y'all watch me, I'm looking over here because I'm looking at my screen over here, my screen right here, my screen right here, screen right here. I'm looking everywhere. But yeah, they was wondering because they didn't know that District 5 was that big. Actually, we was in a meeting. I don't know if you remember. We was in a meeting somewhere with the chamber or something, and he was explaining my district is just not Alberta. It's Snow Hinton Park, University Mall too. Yes. So we're like, we was wondering all that. So I'm glad you explained that.
Yeah, Alberta's needed the most help,
Yeah. It's. I'm glad it got the help. We're glad that you're representing that district as well as you do. Another thing you said about the street lights and the sidewalks, how important to that is crime reduction? Because a lot of time we get these questions about aesthetics when it comes to sidewalk and streetscaping and stuff like that. And I always say it's important to have the light. How important is that to lower your crime rate?
Very important. And one of the things that I did to begin a reduction in the crime, Rodney, is that you have to work hard. If you're going to be on the city council or any elected position, you need to work hard. We had a terrible problem with slumlords, and myself, the police chief at the time, it started with Chief Swindle. We had meetings with the various landlords, people who had probably the most rental property, and let them know that we were tired of the crime. We were tired of the problems that so much of the rental property was causing. And we let them know that we're going to hold them responsible. And, for high grass, for, broken out windows, for doors that were the shutters and doors that needed to be replaced. They didn't take it very well at first, but we had 2 additional meetings, and after that, we started seeing a reduction in the crime because we've encouraged to do what one great developer does, and that's Clay Hudson. He does local background checks, he does state background checks, and he does outside Alabama background checks, so federal background checks. And if everyone would do that, and that's something that we strongly encouraged, and how easy it was to do it, just basically a trip to the courthouse, and we let people know, why wouldn't you want to? Why wouldn't you want to have? Why wouldn't you want to know everything about the person that you're renting your property to? And so I think our neighborhoods became safer because of that. I'm so proud right now to say, and look, it takes 4 votes to do anything, but somebody has to bring it to the table. And one of the things that I worked very hard on this past year is lighting. We have 3 major neighborhoods right now that have all LED lighting: Summerfield, Lynn Haven, Hillsdale. We have put LED lights on 25th Avenue East that goes from the fire station down to Tomahawk. We have increased the lighting from the J.C. Park Fairgrounds all the way to Jack Warner. At Kicker Road, you can see people at night walking in the, and it's been a very dangerous road. We've increased LED lighting at the parks. We've increased LED lighting on University Boulevard, and it's very noticeable. The district is what they said, lit up. And I'm so proud of that because criminals do not like lights. And, and so we're doing more and more lights. And there's still other neighborhoods, Colonial Hills, Green Grove, that we're looking to. Those will be probably the next large neighborhoods that will have increased lighting. So this conversion to LED lights is something that I've worked hard on since I came on the council. And now the entire council, at least this council, has made a strong commitment to put more in the budget for better lighting.
Kip, now another hot button issue that we've been talking about is Elevate. A lot of people still don't understand Elevate, still don't understand the funding, still don't understand which each district is getting out of Elevate. So give us your take on Elevate and how it's going to affect District 5.
Well, I voted against the sales tax increase. There was not a vote on Elevate. There was a vote to increase the sales tax. I felt like a sales tax was a regressive tax that hurts the poorest people in our community. 10 cents, they said it's just a penny. Well, it was actually 10 cents on a dollar. And that's how I looked at it. But as I've always done, my 24 years, once it's over, it's over. You win some, you lose some. That vote, it turned out just myself and Miss Allman were the only ones that stuck to being against the sales tax increase. However, and also, there was very little in that Elevate plan for District 5, which was another reason. But as I really consider myself to be the ultimate team player. And Mayor Maddox knew from the very beginning that I was not going to support the sales tax increase. I didn't make it. And my reasons were probably different than Ms. Almond's. But, I was just opposed to that and would vote again the same way. But now that it's done, I hope Elevate will be successful. There's some projects that I am in favor of. There's still some I'm not in favor of. I don't think during this time of uncertain revenues, we should be spending $5 million on our downtown park. I just don't get that, and they say it's the gateway to the West End. Well, I don't see it that way. I see it as a downtown park.
Yeah, I kind of see it the same way you do, Kip, because if you drive down Stillman Boulevard or 15th Street, you ain't gonna see it. So how is it the gateway to the west? But that ain't my business.
It's basically a park outside the amphitheater. And so I don't see that as benefiting. I don't see that as benefiting West End. That's my opinion. I see it benefiting downtown, and so anyway, a $5 million.
Anyway, let's move on past that one.
Park is excessive to me.
Yeah, I get you with that. Now, with the last few minutes, is that your mom in the background telling we say, hey, mom?
Oh yeah, is that my mother? You see her?
Yeah, I see her in the mirror.
Mirror, okay. She does not like a camera, so she just got.
Hey, listen. I had to cut y'all off because my mama walking around through here too. She the ease over here, looked at the camera. I'm like, Mama, I'm doing the show. Can you just go back over there somewhere?
That's a smear.
Yeah, mama everywhere. But with the last few minutes, Kip, talk to you. I'm gonna give you however long you want. You got 8 minutes left. Talk to your constituents and let them know why they should vote for Kip Tyner.
Well, I say we continue with strong, mature leadership. This has been an incredible year. One we'll never forget, of course, with COVID. But through all of that, I negotiated with the Germans to bring the international corporate headquarters of SWJ Technologies to Alberta, and it'll benefit the entire city of Tuscaloosa with 115 new jobs. When I found out about they were looking, I was looking to locate. We were in third place, behind Chattanooga and Greenville, South Carolina. I had my first meeting with Dr. Wolfgang Kinnear, and I told him at the time, I said, I'm going to go ahead and order the shovels because you're going to locate right here. It was an amazing amount of hard work that truly only someone with experience would have been able to have handled. And we met and we met and we met, and finally they decided we are coming to Alberta. And that was huge. We're talking about keeping the best and brightest in Tuscaloosa and high-tech jobs. These are high-tech, high-paying jobs that will start a salary at $80,000 a year, starting salary. And that's right here in the heart of Alberta. So couldn't be more proud of that. Just recently, I was even in the hospital when we really sealed the deal. The Chevron has announced, as they call it, a Chevron on steroids. It'll be the largest Chevron station in all of West Alabama, according to the developer. It will have a mega market, not like as big as a supermarket, but they call it a mega market because it will be like a supermarket. They've also signed a deal with a fast food restaurant, which they will not let me announce at this time the name of the restaurant. I think they're still down to 2, but it will be one or the other. I just found out on Friday that another fast food restaurant, again, I want to announce. This one I know the name of, but I didn't wait around, Rodney, for nobody's going. I didn't wait around for SWJ. I didn't wait around for Chevron. I didn't wait around for these 2 restaurants. I called them myself and got the conversation going. That's what you're supposed to do as a councilman. You're not supposed to sit. Look, if I sat around and waited, we wouldn't get what we got. We wouldn't get our share. It's just like the Alberta School of Performing Arts. The school board was not going to build back the school. And I, as they say, pitched a fit. And so we mounted a effort to we'd just done the streetscape. We just had the police precinct, and we just had all this new fire station, all these plans, and they were going to move the school at one time down closer to Jack Warner Parkway in the woods, out of sight, out of mind. And like I said, I fought hard and lobbied the school board. Not only do we have this beautiful new school, but it's a performing arts school. that kids from every single school across the city of Tuscaloosa attend. And that led to the Paul Bryant Performing Arts High School. So I guess, I'll go back and say that was, I consider that to be leadership. I don't follow anybody. I stand up. I stand up for my constituents. I think people know, whether you like me or you don't like me, people know, I believe, how much I stand up, especially for Alberta. And I will continue to do that in the next 4 years, even stronger. We've got a great momentum right now. We got the German company, we got the Chevron, we got a new market, we got 2 fast food restaurants, and another exciting meeting I had Friday deals with a possible arena that they're looking at a location for some events, entertainment events. Again, that we had a 2.5-hour meeting Friday. So the momentum is really there because we can incentivize, and businesses love incentives. And so, I've worked extremely hard, but I'm more passionate now than I was in 1997, as far as when I can really see things really, really turning Alberta's way.
That old Leland Parking Center. I mean, that old Leland Shopping Center be a good place for that. So
it would be a good place for that.
Would be a great place for it.
And I'm glad you said that, because people say, why is the vacant land there? Well, Rodney, that piece of property is going for over $6 million. And I tell you, most of the other acreage is going for $1 million an acre. And that's why it's so much of it is sitting vacant. Now the Chevron, that's I think they said $3.7 million station they're put in there, but they paid almost $900,000 for the property.
Wow.
So property values have really, really gone up, and it didn't just happen. Like I said, again, I love my work on the city council. I love my district. It's my home, and certainly we want to continue the progress. And I got
a couple questions for you, Kip. Not to cut you off, real quick.
No.
The text been coming in fast and heavy. Somebody want to know about the lighting in the Crescent Ridge area, Crescent East. The lighting around Crescent East Apartments. That's not your. Is that your district?
Half of it is.
Okay.
In fact, we just finished. That's one of the. I wish Crescent East, which I campaign in there every time, and I'm a member of the Crescent East Unity neighborhood group too. Part of the challenge in Crescent East is it's half city, half county. And so, like, we just finished paving, for example, and we paved our part, and county paved their part. But certainly, like I said, lighting is a priority. And if you go down Kicker Road right now, or the old Paper Mill Road, 25th Avenue East, and that was extremely dark, you'll see a totally different look if you haven't driven there at night. But yeah, I'll certainly give a look at where the city lights are, the city portion at Crescent East, and add that to our list, because again, we're on a roll with these LED lights.
What county commission district is that, Kip?
That's Jerry Tingle's.
All right. We'll have to talk to Jerry Tingle and see if we can get some lights over there.
Yeah. And, and again, Crescent East has a lot of challenges because it's federal housing, it's Tuscaloosa Housing Authority, but we pave the roads and things such as this. And so I'll certainly look into with Tyler Volodovich is our lighting engineer. And so I'll have him out there and identify the lights that are city. And maybe that's one of those cooperative things that we can work in with the county commission. We do that, Virginia Drive. I've got a lot of streets off Crescent Ridge Road. They're half city, half county. I really wish they were all one. I really wish Crescent East was just all city, and it'd be much easier to take care of the needs.
It will make sense. All right, last question before I let you go, Kip. I want you to talk about the endorsement with the school board member and how important it is to partner with the schools from the city aspect.
I think it's very important. I think it was the first time in history that has been done. And Erica Grant and I decided way back.
That's who that came from, Erica Grant.
Actually, it was my idea. Actually, it was my idea, and she loved it. And, I said, you know what? So much of what we do together, or we should, because I'm a major, as you know, Rodney, I think me and you probably spend more time in the schools than anyone who's not a teacher. And how important the city schools, how important public schools are to me.
Schools, exactly.
And so I thought it was important that we show unity. And I asked Erica, I said, why don't we have a press conference and endorse each other? And of course, she was all for it. And I was really proud of that.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you all on the same page working together for the betterment of the city government and the school board, the city and the schools working together cohesively to make one great city. Kip, thank you for joining us tonight, man. Is anything you want to say in last words?
No, I'll just say, people would like to help us out in the campaign. We're going to, it's 2 weeks from tomorrow. We're in the fourth quarter, and we are going to hit it harder than you can imagine. We already have our flood of signs out. People have been wanting our signs, wanting our T-shirts. So please contact me through my Facebook page, Kip Tyner Facebook page, or ktyner@tuscaloosa.com, or my cell number is 205-394-8375. So you can text me or call me, because we want to get a lot of people out on the street corners and just really enjoy, have a great final 2 weeks before this campaign is put to bed.
Thank you, Kip. Continue to engage on Facebook, guy. Kip, you're a rock star. All these folks had told me they love you and all that. Kip, you're a rock star, man.
Well, man, I tell you what, I am one blessed guy, because during my illness, hardly a day went by someone wasn't putting food on the front porch, and I didn't even buy cat or dog food for about 3 months. People were taking care of me. So, that's because, we know each other, and it is, we're family. And that's how I hope people feel about me, because that's certainly how I feel about them. And let's go out and I'm not taking anything for granted. And no one, please do not take this election for granted. Go to Alberta Baptist, March the 2nd, and vote for Kip Tyner.
Great. Thank you, Kip. I appreciate you so much. Tell your mother we say, hey, man, continue to get well, sir.
Thank you, Rodney. I look forward to having you on my show soon.
Yes, sir. I'll be glad to do it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
That's Kip Tyner, guys. Kip Tyner, District 5, Incumbent City Councilman. Listen, you all go out and vote. Vote your choice. We're not endorsing anybody, but hey, Kip, that's my guy. So District 5, go vote March the 2nd for that. Listen, we got another great guest coming on in a couple minutes, guys. Once again, call in with your comments and questions, guys. Call in with you want to talk to our next guest. Our next guest is a rock star too. He's well known in the community, a guy that's running for public office for the first time, but this is not his first time being out in on your airways and being out in the community and doing what you got to do. Before I bring him on, guys, make sure, listen, if you want to support this show, support what we're doing, please, I need you to hit this Cash App, $5, $10, $2, $1, what have you. It'll help support what we got going on, because it's all about education and empowerment and information. And also go by, see Michelle Cole at the Cole All-State Agency. She's our title sponsor. Go by and get you some home, life, and auto insurance. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Right down Hargrove Road in Tuscaloosa. If you're not, you can't get out or you're not in town, give her a call, 205-561-1973. So our next guest, hey, Mr. Cassius Lanier. What's up, Cash? How you doing, man?
My man, what's up, Rod?
Oh man, good man. I'm good, man. I'm sitting over here waiting to get on this flight in the morning. Go up to the Motor City and check on some more stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
Tired.
Yeah, you don't stop. You're shaking a mover though. You don't stop, man.
I ain't gonna stop till they put me in the grave, and I might be moving in too, brother.
You already know what the word. We don't stop till the casket drop.
I know that's right. Listen, Cash, man, thank you for coming on, brother, being a part of this show. We appreciate you giving up your time. We know you're a busy man with the election and the business and being a father, granddad, all that good stuff. So yes, I understand, man. I appreciate you for coming on tonight. Now, we're going to jump right into it. For the ones that don't know who you are, and they must have been on a rock somewhere, if they don't know who you are, explain to the people watching this show, who is Cassius Lanier?
Okay, well, Cassius Lanier, born and raised in the city of Tuscaloosa, West Side, from Washington Square to McKenzie Court, or from McKenzie Court to Washington Square, back to McKenzie Court, the little Green Valley, attended Washington Square Daycare Center to Stillman Heights Kindergarten to Martin Luther King Elementary on through, Central High School alum, and just recently in December. Actually, it was December 2020. I started Stillman. I attended Stillman College. I started in 93, in the 92, first 93. And, went about 3 years in, messed around, stopped, went back in 98. And then, just got caught up with life. And I ended up going back and returning to Stillman. And I just finished my bachelor's degree. December 2020, I just graduated my bachelor's and graduated with honors. So it's just a blessing. I'm waiting for you.
You had to throw that honors in there too. Then you had to throw that in. I graduated with honors.
Listen, that honors, baby, that mean much. When I seen that, I was like, you hold up, you sure? Because I know it was some couple rough days.
Dude, I listen. I got 4 papers due right now. I got to have tomorrow. And listen, I told Cash, I hate to get off the subject, but my son graduated from Troy last year, and I was fussing about his GPA. And my wife said, "Listen, C's get degrees too." I was like, you know what? That's what I'm taking with me.
Ain't no doubt about it. You better run with that, boy.
I'm running with it, baby. C's get degrees. So, born and raised in Tuscaloosa grad, Central grad, Stillman, business owner in Tuscaloosa, kids right here, grandbabies here.
Right, married to a wonderful, beautiful nurse. My wife, a nurse for 24 years, Misha Lanier. Prior military, did 14 years military. Also. Is that you on? Because it's echoing. Okay, yeah. And also, like I said, 6 kids, 3 girls, 3 boys, 3 grands with 3 grandboys with 1 grandboy peeping.
I seen that the other day. Hey, Brylan, I hear you.
My baby got a baby on the way. I'm proud of that because he gonna be well taken care of. I'm excited, man. I love family. I got a big family. I come from a big family, so I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see little Kaiser Cash so I can spoil him right, so like I spoiled his daddy. So I'm really excited.
I know how it is, man. I ran all the way to Mobile yesterday for an hour-long birthday party. So, brother, I know about them grandbabies. I know about them grandbabies. Running through, yes, sir. Man, yeah, man. Woo. Listen, now, so like I was saying, Central graduate, Stillman College, grandbabies, wife, all that right here in Tuscaloosa. But what specifically, prepared you for this point now that you want to be the next councilman for District 7?
Man, I just believe, that I've been a servant to the city of Tuscaloosa for as long as I can remember. Even when it was with my father, when he was running for different offices, I remember jumping out the car. We taking flyers to different places, even if it was just president for the McKenzie Court Council. We going door to door taking flyers, coroner and all that stuff he was running for. My thing is, I've always served the community, and I just, sometimes you have to find out what's your calling. I got to be honest with you. Like in 2010, I started Community Unity, and it was the answer to the call of the community that was hurting. And I said, you know what? I want to help build up what I helped tear down was before. I want, and the only way I can do it if I can change it from the inside out. And so what I wanted to do is and me and a couple of my friends got together and we started this thing, and it was strictly to help combat violence in the city. So we went to different neighborhoods. We set up like a feeding and revival with different kind of outreach programs. And from Robinson Garden, we went over to Shacktown. We did a Stop the Violence rally over there, right behind Weeping Mary and Field. We went to every park from the McDonough Hughes Center to Sokol Park to Northport to Bowers Park, doing kickball games, free of charge. Everything was free with the community. Just kind of, and this was in response to the violence, the gun violence that was going on. And so, back then we proposed the Take 30 movement. It was a Take 30 movement where you take 30 seconds to think, 30 seconds to breathe, 30 seconds to pray, 30 seconds to reflect, and on and on. This thing took place, and I promise you that the remainder of the year, man, gun violence and the violence came to an all-time creep. I promise you. And we were going on into the school systems, mentoring. I mean, heck, I've done that with even with Mind Changers. You brought me on to different schools, and shout out to Mind Changers. I know this is another program, but Mind Changers have been huge in the community and in the school system. So when you don't see it, it's still going down. So salute to that, man. I know you're doing your own thing, but I know this I can't forget about them because they rep that. So, and then right now I believe another thing that prepared me is because man, my car lot, matter of fact, before I had my own car lot, when I was at Automax, I had a position there that was similar to ownership. I had a percentage in the place where I could move how I wanted to. Wherever I was, the community came and found me, and they brought me problems that they had, issues that they were going to. And I've been for the last 10, 11 years, before then even, but really in the capacity I'm doing right now, I've been responsible for hiring people, getting people jobs, getting people back in school, getting people, helping them cross the graduation line, be it high school or college, blessing people with cars, giving away cars, and paying bills, burying people, paying for funerals. See, and that's what I call a servant leader. This is what you call a person who's already walking in your calling. I'm a man for the people. When I say that, I'm not saying that to be cliche. I'm saying that because this is what it really is. I have a servant heart. This is what I want to do. I can't help but to help my people. Sometimes it's a burden on me to help my people. And so I believe even now that I have my own lot, my car lot, I've given over 30 scholarships to graduating seniors in West Alabama and surrounding counties out of my own pocket. And it's just been a blessing to be able to. I've been sponsoring proms and football teams from Central High School to Bryant to Hillcrest to County High. I've sponsored. I did something in every school. Hope, even when my guy who just passed with the gun violence, I did something for them before. I'm telling you, man, it's and I don't broadcast this stuff because I get pleasure seeing the community prosper and the work of God done. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to act like I'm a super saint, but I know what I believe I am, one of God's hands in the earth that can help move his people around. You know what I mean? And so I couldn't sit on the bench any longer. I knew that I had a mandate on my life, and it's to lead. And I'm here to do it. It's been pressing, it's been on me. And when I graduated, that was the final thing. I didn't know that I was going to be able to finish. I thought I was going to have a couple more classes, this semester in order to go ahead and finish. But I had met all my requirements, finished my exit exam, and said, listen, I'm out. When that time was freed up, I knew that I was able to commit to the city of Tuscaloosa in District 7.
You ain't going back to get no masters and doctorate and all that stuff like somebody else, doing all that.
I don't have right now. I'm saying no, but who knows? But right now, I want to get a master's in local political agenda. I want to get a master's in that because I've been reading up on certain things, and it's a lot of things because I'm not in office. I don't know how things move, and so I won't get tripped up into certain questions because I understand that I have to be at the table to understand what those things are that I can do for the community. So first of all, I won't lie to them. I will be transparent to them.
Okay.
If they need to know something, and I don't want to go into your next question, so I'm gonna hold off right there.
Listen, we taking call. We got a call. We taking calls. So we got a question for you. So caller, go ahead with your question.
Okay, my name is Lakeisha. I own a business in District 7, and I also live in District 7. My question is, what will you do to ensure that more Black businesses are able to obtain contracts from the city, which I have had a contract from the city, but the way some of the workers talked to me, I just let it go. It was just too much. And what will you do to make sure that some of those Black businesses able to gain some of that capital that's down there, opposed to kicking it out to their friends and buddies and things of that nature?
That's a great question. Thank you for calling.
That's a great question. What I would first do is I would try to hook you up with Miss Drake with Tuscaloosa Bill, but I don't want to just drop you off over there. I want to sit in and track the process. What I want to have and develop with this advisory board is a tracking process. If we have a concern that is voiced by one of our constituents, then we should have a tracking process that we can do follow-ups. We don't just drop you off here and say, hey, good luck with that. When I'm serving and walking and running for District 7, when I win on March 2nd, then, like I said, and I committed to the people, District 7 chair will be the people's chair. It won't be Cassius Lanier chair. It won't be my chair to floss and flaunt and tell everybody, hey, I'm the new city councilman, and this won't be anything for fame or glory. This is for service only. And the only way I can do that is in the chair, but I'm sitting in this chair by the grace of the people. So it's my duty to serve them. So I want to be able to track a concern like Tuscaloosa Bills. It should help that. So I want to know who you're talking to and why you're being handled in such a manner, and then I will be having to, that's where a seat at the table counts, because I'm gonna be able to find out why you're handling my constituents and business owners like that. To me, small businesses are the motors to the economy in Tuscaloosa. We can't forget about them, and we have to make sure they move on. So I'm very passionate about small businesses, not just in District 7, but the entire city of Tuscaloosa. And I'm very passionate about Black businesses being developed and created. And so what we need to do is really have a tracking system in line. And Sister Lakeisha, if you could hit us up, I would love for you to even consider being on our advisory board for District 7. We need business members for that too. So please get in contact with me, 205-239-0820. If any of my people on there, they will pin my information. That's 205-239-0820, or come by Lanier Automotive. That's the people's chair as well. I'm open all day. I can't run for my constituents. I'm here.
So that's good, Cassius. We really do need across the board, not only District 7, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, when it comes to helping those small businesses and helping the minority-owned businesses and different things like that. Get a toehold, get a stable footing when it comes to funding that comes from the city, whether it's through Tuscaloosa Bill, whether it's a community block grants. Because I know I went through a situation with the city one time, and they just, because one mistake on a piece of paperwork, they just like, but hey, God took care of it anyway.
And people gonna have to be held accountable just as well. And so even if we got Elevate Tuscaloosa, if it's Elevate Tuscaloosa, let's elevate all of it. And so we can maybe add so I don't know what's the add or takeaways in there. But I know one thing: I'm not afraid to bring certain things to the table. Hey, let's put something in for these small businesses right here. Let's see, can we add something right here? So
that goes right into my next question. What particular can you bring as a business owner and an entrepreneur, your mindset? What particular can you bring to District 7 that's not there already?
Just because I am a businessman, I would like to see growth in the small business sector. I would also like to see growth in the parts where we have dilapidated properties that's devaluing our property, devaluing our properties in District 7. So I would like to see growth in that area. Like, so of course, I don't want to replace something that was so-called swank or high end. Okay, so we just got a new Family Dollar where Pier 1 was. I'm not being funny, but I don't feel that was an even swap. Seeing that we had a Family Dollar right on Greensboro, I would rather have some kind of franchise piece there, because I want to keep something that's desirable that would draw commerce from other sides of town to District 7 so that we can build our economy as well. So I think I would bring innovation when it comes to ideas with building and block grants that would fund people with small businesses who have grants or who have a business plan, who have a great idea for coffee shops or whatever they could bring. I would be fighting for that, just because I'm a small business owner myself, and I know that businesses help grow a community. That's when you have a small business. Guess what? If it's 3-4 employees, that's 3 or 4 jobs that somebody can have. And once we do that, I mean, I think we just begin to turn the economy around and the momentum for that area.
Now we got a couple questions about septic tanks. I think we talked about that last week. I think you was on the call, or you chimed in or something like that. I mean, you talked about personally something. Oh, Eric Gaines was talking. They asked Eric Gaines about that. So how can we fix that problem? I know it's been a grant going around or something about septic tanks, but how? Because I didn't know any septic tanks were still in the city till like a few weeks ago. So how is that going to work?
Well, I'm understanding that there are funds set aside that can help the citizens tie into the city. I think they're giving monies up to, is it $10,000 to each citizen that's on a septic tank that can that they can tie into the city sewage. And so I think it's simpler as really following up. Listen, we can't get to work just when it's election time. We have to really be consistent throughout if my term is 4 years, I need to work my butt off them 4 years. And no problem is too small. So what I need to do, I don't need to put that off and then start moving and grooving around my last year or last 6 months or whatever. I need to go ahead and start tackling the issues then. So once I get in office, right now, I'll find out what exactly it is that I can do and promise. But I know I've already researched and I understand that there are fundings available. I perceive that it's $10,000 per citizen that needs to that's on a septic tank that can tie into the city. And so guess what? I would need that to be those requests to be in paper or somewhere near me ASAP, so that and hold me accountable. Say, listen, man, I spoke to you about that last week. I can't hide from you. Listen, Lanier Automotive is where I make my money at. I'm not making, I don't even know what the city council pay. I don't care about that. Lanier Automotive is how I feed my family. I won't hide from you, but I'm there to serve you. I'm there anyway. So hold me accountable. And I promise you, if it's something I told you I'm going to do, I can't rest until I get it done. So I want to try to see what we can do to make those things happen, because that's ridiculous. And I think we need to make it happen. And I know that there are funding set aside, because I checked on that. And so I just think we need to, some people just don't know that they're available, and we need to get it done,
Well, we most definitely need to get that information out. I wish, where can we find it at? Because I can get on that too. Because I got a lot of people calling me about it. We'll talk offline about it.
Yeah, okay. And I definitely talk about it, but I know it's Tuscaloosa.com.
I got a lot of people calling me about it, and I don't know what answer to give them. So, maybe you or even Councilwoman McKinstry, somebody can put that information out. So, because these people need to know. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Last question. I know you got to go. Like I said, I know you paw and all that good stuff. So you got to get some kids to sleep. So, with the let me make sure ain't no more questions. No. All right, with the last few minutes, I want you to talk to District 7. We got 48, 49 people watching now. Plenty of people gonna watch on the replays and all this. Talk to District 7 and tell them, talk to them and let them know why they should vote for you.
First of all, my appeal to them would be if everything in District 7 is hunky-dory, then don't vote for me. If you feel like everything is going your way and everything, you love what you're seeing, you're really pleased with the situation, you love the potholes and the tore down building at McFarland Mall, that's a nice tourist attraction for you, then don't vote me in. If you're satisfied with the lighting in your neighborhood or the lack of speed bumps, don't vote me in. If you're cool with how the crime rate is and the blight, don't vote me in. But now here we go. If you want to see a change, if you want transparency, if you want to see a city councilman that will not only be on the city council meeting where you can catch me on Facebook, but will be in your neighborhoods, that the same one that knocked on your doors and requested or asked for your vote, I will be the same one that comes sit in your living room after the pandemic and hear your concerns. I will be the same one that in the first 100 days, I will establish an advisory board that will consist of constituents of District 7, business leaders, blue-collar workers. I will have a youth and adult advisory board because we need to hear from the youth and the adults. And I will have them an ambassador in every neighborhood in District 7. I will have ambassadors because it's going to take more than one person. And I will host a monthly town hall to hear your concerns. I will have a newsletter. I propose having a newsletter coming out monthly called The District so that you can be abreast of what's going on in City Hall and what the plans are so you won't see a building or a hotel or something going up and you have no idea about it. This is complete transparency. This is what District 7 deserves. District 7 deserves the blight destroyed on the corner of McFarland Boulevard in Skyland. That should be torn down until we can find out a reasonable development plan that will not bankrupt the city, number one. And we will have to hold these developers accountable so that they can't do anything in our district and get away with it. District 7, we're better than that. And it's time. It's time for a change. Listen, I was fine doing my thing, but I couldn't sit on the bench any longer because this is a city that I love and a district and a community that I love. And so I'm committed to running for you. I will be an advocate for you at City Hall. I will be an advocate for the people of Tuscaloosa at City Hall. And so on March 2nd, when you go to the polls, vote for a change, vote for a man of integrity, vote for a man of transparency, and vote for a man for the people. And that's me. That's Cassius Lanier. I will be your voice at City Hall, and I will be your chair at City Hall. I will be accountable and transparent. March 2nd, come see me. Vote Cassius Lanier, East McFarland Baptist Church. I need to see you there.
That's good. Oh, real quick, Cassius, how big, what's the range? I got another question. What's the range of District 7? Where does it start? Give us a idea.
You coming from Skyland Park, the majority of Skyland Park is District 7, but a piece of it breaks off and turns into District 7. District 2, which is Raven District. And then you got over all the way from Hargrove, Prince Acres coming back from Hargrove, where University Manor is, Brooksdale Drive, and then you come up from South Park, Southmont, Southwood, over into Springbrook, 2800 block McFarland, all the way up to McFarland, past Skyland, where Alpine Hills and High Country, all that area, Running Brook, Sky Ranch, things of that nature. All that's in District 7. And then when you get to Alpine Hills, the left side where Deer Downs and all that is, that's District 6. But District 7 is on the right-hand side of the road. That covers the major part of Alpine Hills.
Good. And you say vote at East McFarland Baptist Church out on 82.
Is it 6? Yeah, right across from the skating ring, East McFarland Baptist Church. It used to be New Life, so noted that it changed from New Life to East McFarland Baptist Church. And come on in there and vote. Cassius Lanier, y'all heard it once, twice. You're gonna hear it to March 2nd. Vote Cassius Lanier, the man for the job, the man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you coming on, giving your time, man. We thank you for what you do in the community, and thank you for supporting this show and other initiative stuff we do. And man, we're gonna keep giving you the platform. Yes, sir. Thank you. We're gonna keep giving you the platform to get your word out there. And regardless of what happened on March 2nd, man, we love you and we appreciate you.
No doubt, love you too, bro, for sure.
Yes, sir, bro. You tell me, we say hey.
No doubt, man.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye, man.
All right, Cassius Lanier, guys. Listen, vote. March the 2nd, City of Tuscaloosa, District 1 through 7. Seats are up, school board and city council. We need everybody to get out and vote. The same energy we had on November the 6th is the same energy we need on March the 2nd. Because if you like I always say, don't vote for your friends, vote for your future. And thank you, Cassius and Kip, for coming on tonight. Next Wednesday, we got a midweek show now. Wednesday, we're gonna have Incumbent District 7, Mrs. Sonya McKinstry on, and we're gonna have a newcomer to the political arena, running for District 1 City Council, is Q Chandler. We listen, we getting everybody on, guys. We're getting everybody on, and we need you to tune in this Wednesday for those 8 o'clock. Same time. And don't forget, support the show, man. We need your support. Guys. If you love this show, hit the Cash App. If you want to be a sponsor, just let us know. If you want to just come on, throw a commercial on, just let us know, and we'll let you do it. Hey, sponsor packages it's super cheap. But if you just want to support, hit this Cash App. Let us know you're thinking about us. You support us. And we love you, and you love us back. Hit that Cash App. We appreciate you. And also, go by and see Michelle Cole at Allstate on Hargrove Road, or hit her up 205-561-1973. So listen, guys, thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Like I say, Wednesday, we got Sonya McKinstry and Q Chandler. And next Monday is the big one, the mayoral candidates. We got all 3 of them. That show gonna be like an hour and a half. We got Mayor Walt Matters coming on, and then Miss Dr. Fontenberry is coming on, and then we got Martin Houston coming on right behind them. So they're gonna come on. They're not gonna debate each other, but they're gonna come on and get a platform like we've been doing across. And listen, this is what I want. I know y'all still listening. Sunday, we're gonna do a special show Sunday. Myself and the co-host. We want one person from each district, not a candidate, not a friend of a candidate, or nothing like that. One person from the district that want to talk to the people that's running, the elected officials and the one that's running for office. We're going to bring you on the show, on a Zoom, or our platform, and we're going to ask you questions. You're going to be able to talk to the people that's running for office, or the one that's sitting already in the seat, and tell them how you want your district to look. Because truly it's about you and not about them. They're working for you. So you'll have an opportunity. So if you live in District 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, hit my inbox and we'll get you on the Zoom Sunday night, 8 o'clock. And we really want to hear from you guys. Thank you all for joining and listening tonight. Listen, y'all be safe. The weather is stupid in Tuscaloosa. Black ice going to be everywhere. Today and tomorrow is going to be super cold. So be careful. If you don't have to go nowhere, please don't go. please don't go. Because y'all remember what happened last time we had ice and snow. We had wrecks everywhere. You know how it was in Birmingham with the what they call it, snowmageddon and all that stuff. So y'all gotta be safe. Please be safe. If you don't have to go nowhere, don't go. And be safe when it comes to COVID. Get your vaccine if you need to. If you can, not need to. Everybody needs to be vaccinated. But if you can, go get your vaccine, sign up. Veterans, they are doing a special vaccination at the VA. So check into that. 55 and older citizens, 65 and older, whatever, what have you. Hey, make an appointment at your local doctor or your medical centers or what have you. Please get vaccinated. Essential workers and all that, please, please, please get vaccinated so we can eradicate this disease and we can go back to living a sort of normal life. I don't know how that's going to look going forward, but make sure you get vaccinated. Be safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. Just be safe, be smart, be safe. Check on your elderly. Like they say the 4 P's since the mean cold: your plants, pets, people, and your pipes. Check on all those in the next couple of days and we'll be all better together. And like I say, don't vote for your friends, vote for your future. I love you guys. We'll see y'all Wednesday night. Sonny McKinstry, Q Chandler. Tune in. Peace out. Kitchen